Hi, Dixie.
Hi.
Hey, we did that EFT last night.
Yes.
I don't know how many videos we're making about it, but that to-do list that you mentioned, that when we tapped on that, go ahead and tap on the top of your head. So we're tapping along, and we're tapping and all these things that I have to do. You can stop now if you want. But all these things that I have to do in my life and how they're continuous, and it's just
Yes.
overwhelming. And I remember that just physically, your body just went,
Yeah,
Yeah, and you had this huge feeling around that, didn't you?
I did. I
Yeah.
was so. You do those kind of things, but when you're thinking it and you're out here, it's different than bringing it right here and seeing the to-do list and how, wow, how
Yeah.
much energy it takes out of you.
Yeah, and why I'm actually talking about that now is because, oh gosh, a large percentage of the people that I spend time with doing EFT have that same exact thing. And if you think about our culture, right?
Yes.
We are the bootstrap society. Pick yourself up, make something of yourself, conquer the Wild West, manifest destiny. We get things done by doing things,
Yes.
not by stepping back and being aware of them. And over in this EFT process and the energy process, when we start tapping on all these things that I do, that just like, oh, because we don't even realize it. We're in an autopilot doing them because it's our program. And as soon as we step off that ride for a second and realize the cost, I remember you were exhausted. You said, my legs feel so heavy right now.
Yep.
My arms feel so heavy. I just want to go to sleep. Yeah. Got off that ride. And that's such a huge awareness in our life. It's actually a life-changing shift to simply become aware of something instead of always approaching it as a to-do.
Yes.
And then I remember a couple other times later in the session, some awareness would come up, and like almost everyone else, you went into, okay, I'm going to figure this out and figure out a solution. And immediately you became tired, right? I mean, it's such a cool thing to simply become aware and then pay attention to what comes up instead of solving it. And in paying attention, that's where something like an answer comes up for us.
Again, what I really liked, and I shared this before, is how I think as human beings, what you just said about to-do list out here like this, is that your life skills, which sometimes we forget or we've never been taught to bring yourself back in, and you taught me, or you're beginning to teach me, those skills of observe, focus. You don't have to take everything on. Just observe that I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm feeling.
Right. Observing being anxious
Yes.
is different from being anxious.
Yes.
Yeah, there's this huge difference there.
Being anxious is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And exhausting.
And observing being anxious can actually become curious and interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the access to that space and the peace.
Yes.
Right. All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.